We're just a few miles from the Pennsylvania state line at famed Wilmington Country Club in Wilmington, Delaware, for this edition of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. We will check in with Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we move along, but I'm pleased, as always, to be joined in the 18th tower by a man who won 15 times around the world, Frank Nobilo. And Frank, looking forward to what should be a fun afternoon of golf.
Yeah, very much so, Rich. When you've waited all morning, those afternoon rounds are a little special, aren't they? I'm really looking, though, for today to see if they come out of the gates nice and quick. That's for sure. I know the finish here is always important, but get out of the gates quick and then see if you can finish the job this afternoon.
Boy, that one did not want to slow down at all, and it winds up running right through the green. Working back up from below the putting surface, this a second. Close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. We come now to the 8th hole, a par 4 at 490 yards. This hole bends slightly left to right with 4 bunkers in play off the tee, 2 on each side. But a drive in the fairway will leave you an approach to another giant green with 3 newly renovated bunkers surrounding it. That one looking a little right.
So it's official. Will not hit every fairway today. First fairway missed in the rough. Let's see what they can do from here.
From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par.
Now a 7-footer.
Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. Stuck in between 2 600-yard-plus par 5s is this little gem, the 13th at 170 yards. Water is definitely on your mind as you see the big split-level pond left of this green, but those bunkers short and right, no fun either. So that is well right, and that's going to be plenty of work to try and get out of here with a par. Looking now at her second to this par 3. That's a half a ball away from going in. Very well read. So a drop shot right there, and now at 1 over par for the day. The 17th hole is another ball striker's test. This a par 4 at 419 yards. It's gently sloping downhill all the way, though. Be careful with your tee shot because it could run out into one of those 3 bunkers to the right. Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. It's going to trundle right on down the slope. Okay, not too bad there. This will slide a bit right. It's for birdie. Nope, that could have erased the bogey from the previous hole, but no dice there. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Frank, you know what, I think about it. What is it we actually do? And it occurred to me at one point. I sit around most of the afternoon and say things like, let's go to 4. Now, EA Sports welcomes you to the great state of Illinois and the North Course of fabled Olympia Fields for this edition of PGA Tour Golf. Alongside Frank Navalo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. It could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
So for this round, it's just going to be the par threes we're focusing on, and the first one on the card comes here at the 6th hole.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Now from Olympia Fields Country Club, due south of downtown Chicago, this is EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour Golf. With Frank Navalo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on. So I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green. If you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens. That's the secret. Awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out. Let the ball run towards the flag.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. Long par threes are becoming more in vogue in professional golf. We saw some long ones at the 2023 U.S. Open at the Los Angeles Country Club, and we find another here at the 251-yard 8th hole. The green slopes from back left to front right and is fronted by a quartet of bunkers. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And break won't be a big worry, but speed will. This is going to pick up momentum as it works down the slope.
Got it there, but not quite on target. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. The 13th is a 168-yard par 3. It is the number 18 handicap, but that doesn't mean it's not without its share of peril. Bunkers protect the green short and right, while thick trees and bushes cause big problems for anything pulled offline to the left. from about 8 feet. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. The final 3-hole stretch begins here at the par 3 16th. It's a long one at 215 yards. Butterfield Creek again makes an appearance short and right of the hole. But of greater concern, those bunkers short right and left. Going long leads to issues as well, as balls can wind up well below the putting surface. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. So, partner, as always, I enjoyed it. Watching golf, calling golf. This is EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. Rich Lerner joined up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. There's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Welcome in, everyone, to EA Sports' continuing coverage of PGA Tour Golf. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner. And partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
A birdie putt, and we check in for the first time today with a man who's won 4 tournaments on the PGA Tour, Notah Begay.
And this is one where you just got to keep the hand steady and the wrist quiet, making sure you get it started online. Yeah, just didn't play enough break there, and it comes up short.
Okay, no problem with that.
Underway now, on to the second hole. I mean, that was almost LeBron James, a slam dunk in full flight. What a shot.
You won't see a better tee shot than that. This for birdie.
Yeah, good job there to cash that in. A brilliant tee shot to this par 3. And it winds up a no stress 2. Looking for one good clean strike of the golf ball here at the par 3. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, second to the par 3. -1 for the day. Now, that needed much more behind it than it got, and it comes up well short and into the hazard protecting the front of this par 3. So now she'll take her drop and get set here to play her third. Oh, and she will not be happy with that, as that is into the water. So now, after the drop, time to try again. And that is into the water. And with the shots piling up, and before we incur the wrath of the course marshal, let's move on to the next hole. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. Close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par.
To the 6th hole now.
This one looks right on point.
That's a quality shot right there. Just left of the hole and a birdie opportunity coming up.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Over for the day.
And getting set to tee off on this par 3. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now from below the green, a second up to this par 3. Cleans that up in the hole. Yeah, not sure if that was a mishit or just a miscalculation, but that comes up well short and is into the hazard. So it's back to the tee, and now this will be her third to the par 3. Oh, she will not be happy with that, as that is into the water. Okay, so after the drop, this will be her 5th coming up. Well, that's going to be into the water, and before we create a bottleneck of folks having to wait behind us, what do you say we move on to the next hole? That one safely on the putting surface. It's been an eventful front nine, but this for birdie. Now that's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Frank, pleasure as always. I'm sure we've got lots more rounds to look forward to.
Yeah, well done, Rich.
EA Sports, so proud to bring you continuing coverage of the world of golf. And today, we find ourselves on the rugged coastline of Carmel Bay at the legendary Pebble Beach Golf Links. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today. And by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I look to my right over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing from sea to shining sea. Pebble Beach never does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach?
And that will do just fine. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par.
It's a tremendous par 5 here, the 6th hole. Frank, you can plainly see Stillwater Cove on the right. Where do you want to put this tee shot?
When you look at that tee that you're on for a start, Rich, you're 20 yards above. So whatever you hit's going to go at least 20 yards further. So I look at that first bunker 270, really only playing 250 yards, and then the fairway sloping towards the right. So even a 3-wood for some of the longer players, just something that hits around there, could even be a long iron. It's going to scoop forward. If you get 270 yards out of your tee shot, I mean, you can still reach this par 5 and 2. Oh, that second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5.
This from about 10 feet. Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear. And that will make going for this par 5 and 2 much more difficult, as that is into the fairway bunker. Just want to get this into a good approach range, her second to the par 5. I think the reaction tells the story there. Not a good shot at all. It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Oh, kind of bladed that one. Got it out, but it is now in the rough. No, the touch definitely eluding him on this hole.
Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole.
Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
It's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, you know, this hole... And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot with another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
And that, not really the best of chips right there.
I was expecting something sort of tap-in range, but that is anything but.
3 over for the day.
EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf brings us to one of the more picturesque golf courses in the Northeast as we come to you from Liberty National Golf Club, just across the bay from Lower Manhattan. With Frank Nobilo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always a part of your game that you're focused on, so I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green. If you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens. That's the secret.
And this has started a little to her left.
Rough off the tee, straight out of the gate. That's interesting. So much will depend on the lie.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Yes, it's 126 yards left to the flag, and the pin on the back portion in the left-hand side of this green.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. First par 3 of the day is a good one. It's better than 200 yards. The winds are always the issue here. You need to hit a well-struck shot.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Yeah, that had to be played just right. It's out, it's on the green, but it leaves a long putt coming up. To it, right? Just a garden variety 3 from the other side of the green. This par 4 third is not long. It's a shade under 400 yards, but you can see there's the fescue on the left. It's a good looking hole. This is all about accuracy, and you're best off the right center off the tee. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. So after the big drive, this a short approach to the par 4. Well, safely on, but that's going to be a
I do that every time. I got to remember
going
my
to have
wedges.
to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. This one's tracking on a very good line. Look out. Oh, just short. But that is mission accomplished there. Very well done. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Well, there's another spot on this golf course where you just stop and soak it all in. That magnificent Manhattan skyline in the distance, and then you get down to business playing this 193-yard fourth hole. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. This one, not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. So the elevated tee here at the 5th gives you a view not so much of the skyline, but the penalty area. You want to obviously keep it out of the water. That runs down the entire left side. This one is all about accuracy. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. So this, Iona, her second from the fairway.
Yeah, we're looking at 132 yards to the flagstick, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by a quarter of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
feet. That was tracking the whole way. What a putt, and quite an unexpected birdie, that's for sure. Well, this sixth hole is 538 yards, the first par 5 on the golf course, and there's glory here. I mean, you can get home in 2, you could make eagle, but there's water, there's peril as well, all along that right side of the green. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine.
Oh, that was unlucky too. If that ball had just slowed down, it could have been an eagle putt. Just kept going. Oh, just over the bar.
That's in for birdie. That score moves to 2 under par. 484-yard par 4-7. This is another case where you have to put it in a good spot off the tee. You see those fairway bunkers left and right, so it's tight. Best option is to go down the left side because that'll give you a good angle coming in for your approach shot. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony, and a great result in the fairway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
She's looking at 146 yards left to the hole, sitting in the front left hole location.
A little short, a little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
7 feet now for birdie. Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie that pushed that score to 3 under for the round. Here now at the mammoth 611-yard par 5 eighth. Only the longest hitters can get home in 2 here, and you must play the angles on this narrow hole correctly if you want to get out of here with a birdie. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Now from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Just too tough to control out of the sand. That one unable to hold the green. It'll run off into the short stuff. Yes, the touch. Excellent there from behind the green, and that one goes down for an unlikely birdie. Finishing out this front side with a good one, 474-yard par 4. This is one where you can't just air it out. There is a creek running across the fairway, and it's 315 yards away. So if you're one of those really long hitters, you have to be kind of careful here. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Well hold. That's in for her par at the 9th. That'll mean this is a 32 on the front, 4 under par. And New York, you can see it all in plain, breathtaking sight here at this 513-yard 10th hole. It's the longest par 4 in the golf course. Boy, she just seems to be on autopilot right about now. That, another good drive off the tee. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Under on the deck.
Next up, the 250-yard par 3 11th. Water down the left. Fairway is cut all the way to the green, so you can roll or bounce your tee shot all the way to the putting surface. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Second shot now here at the par 3.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
15 feet away. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. So here at the 12th at 431 yards, you can see you have an option. It is a split fairway, but the best way to come at it is from the left side. That'll give you access to just about every hole location on this green. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
This now for birdie at 12.
And there's no space for a lapse in concentration here. Perhaps a little bit further away than we would have liked, but a two-putt would be a very good result.
Just going to sneak on by. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. With a striking view of the Statue of Liberty in the distance, we move to the 563-yard par 5 13. Reachable in two, but players must carry the water guarding the left and front of the green, or they'll be looking at a crooked number. Rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Here we go. This one for birdie. Three under on the day. We arrive now at Liberty National's signature hole, the 150-yard par 3 14th, protected by bunkers, fescue, and the Hudson River. Club selection, absolutely critical here.
That's quality shot right there, just left of the hole, and a birdie opportunity coming up.
Now a 7-footer.
Now that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. So the birdie not to be, and she'll brush that in for her par. Well, with all the talk about length in the modern era, you still like a hole where you have to hit it straight. This is a hard driving hole, the 481-yard par 4 15th. Let's see what you got. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. And this Nota, her second from the fairway.
She's left herself with 153 yards to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
And one of those instances where backspin actually hit. She just drew that ball back, but still a chance for the putter to shine.
Ah, yes, well done. It's birdie. They move to 4 under now on the day. We start the finishing stretch here at Liberty National with a drivable 325-yard par 4 16th. This is a great risk-reward challenge with a waste bunker and the water running down the right side. If you miss the fairway here, you get a little wild. Par is no guarantee. And this, not the longest hole players will encounter, so just an iron off the tee, and it works out to perfection. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. Yeah, the good play continues. Now to 5 under on the day. Coming now to the 445-yard par 4 17th, a little wider than many of the fairways here at Liberty National. Driver and a short iron can usually get you home. Ooh, some big drives tonight. That might be the biggest of the bunch. After a good tee shot, Iona, this her second.
133 the number. Pin all the way at the back. He can fly it the full way.
I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
Down to Iona. This for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. So close to a birdie, but she'll be left shaking her head as she finishes that for a par. What a great way to finish here at Liberty National. Big par 4 at 490 yards with a great view of the big city. That's Lower Manhattan in the distance. All right, back to the golf course. Deep bunkers on the left and New York Harbor on the right. It is all about accuracy on this final tee shot. That's kind of swing you got to break down and study. Perfect tempo and backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. Second shot, good look at the green.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
An outside look here for birdie. Nope. So she will tap that in for her par at 18. And that will finish off a very solid round, 5 under 66. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did.
Now from New Zealand's North Island and the seaside Tara Iti Golf Club, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of the world of golf. With the native son of New Zealand, one of the Kiwi golfing legends, Frank Novello, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, this oasis of a golf course opened back in 2015, so it wasn't around when you were rolling through this country's amateur events, but what are a couple of keys to playing well here?
Fighting the conditions. New Zealand's renowned for having 4 seasons in a day, so if you think you're going to be playing dome-like conditions, you're not. But the course is built for that, so just embrace a little bit of a wind change, maybe during the course of the day. Be very aware where it's coming from, because that's really what you have to negotiate.
So, time to head out to the action. We're only getting after the par 4s here, so let's pick up the play on the tee at the par 4 first. Driving it straight, a big part of playing this golf course well, and that's a good start there in the fairway at the first. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Okay, that's acceptable there. Nota Begay the third is down there. This for an opening birdie.
Ball coming downhill from the top side of the hole.